Hi guys, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to share 3 hearty, yummy, delicious and healthy weight loss soups recipe. So without any delay, let's get started. And when you try this, do share on Instagram. The first one today is Palak Soup. Take a pan and heat around 1 tablespoon of oil and add a bay leaf to it. I have used olive oil. Any form of odorless oil can be added. Add 1 full garlic and stir it. Once the garlic is cooked, add 1 full onion. Once the onion and garlic are well cooked and become slightly translucent, while you stir it, add around 4.5 to 5 cups of chopped and cleaned spinach. So I have already cleaned it and give it a nice stir. Why these soups are healthy as compared to soups that you eat outside is because I'm not using tons of butter, corn flour or any thickening agents in this soup. This is only pure vegetable soup. Add in a teaspoon of salt, and the moment you add salt, palak starts releasing water. Add a teaspoon of pepper powder, black pepper powder, freshly crushed, and give it a nice stir. In maybe 2 or 3 minutes, you will see that the palak is well cooked. Keep stirring it. The volume of the palak is quite reduced now. This is my winter favorite. Add in 2 teaspoons of besan. So for 4 cups of spinach, it's 2 teaspoons of besan. The purpose of adding besan is it makes the soup thick, gives an earthy flavor, and saves us from adding any corn flour or arrowroot to this soup. So give it a stir, let it cool, and blend it. Now after blending, this is how it looks like. Now transfer the puree to the same pot and add around half a cup of milk. You can add even more. You can also add the fresh malai which is collected once we boil milk, and just let it cook for 2 to 3 minutes more. You can check the seasonings and the taste here, the salt, the pepper, everything. Keep stirring it for 2 to 3 minutes. You can see the consistency of the soup. If you want, you can add a little bit of water too. Serve it with love on warm winter evenings. And top it up with any cheese that you have. Parmesan, Parmigiano or any regular Amul cheese works good. Some pepper powder. Thick, luscious spinach soup is ready. Serve it with some grilled bread and enjoy with your family. I'm sure you are going to love this. Next one is healthy minestrone soup, my variation, for which I have taken a deep pot and a tablespoon of oil. I have taken 3 to 4 tomatoes and I want to roast them. Now I want to fry them. So I'm frying it in a different style, just the way I'm doing it. This step is purely optional. If you want, you can also roast these tomatoes with their skin directly on the gas, just like we do for any bhartas, and it would give the same taste. Just frying it in a little bit of oily makes it more creamy, and I like the taste. I personally prefer it, but it's totally up to you. Tomatoes are a very good source of vitamin C and very healthy and very much in season in winters. I mean, tomatoes are available all around the years, but with winters it becomes cheap. You get the fresh variety, the smaller ones, and just cook it for 3 to 4 minutes on each side. Cook it on medium to high flame, and we want to make it a little bit burnt or maybe a char grilled type, just like this. See, tomatoes are now done from both the sides. Now we'll transfer it and puree it once it cools down and keep it aside for later use. This is not the regular minestrone you have in the Italian cuisine, but the flavors are similar. Add in around 1 to 1.5 of garlic chopped, or you can even add the minced ones in the same pan, no extra oil. Italian cuisine uses garlics and tomatoes extensively and in copious amounts. Now that's a very good combination and has a lot of anti-aging and immunity boosting properties. Add 1 chopped onion. Now winters and soups have such an intense connection. First, it warms our soul, it warms our body, and also the usage of garlic helps in preventing infections, which is very common in the season. Now in this version of soup, I am using broccoli, beans and carrots, green beans. You can add any other combination of vegetables like peas, cauliflowers in this too, but this is the only vegetables I had that was available with me. I'm also using spinach in this, and I want so this is how my minestrone. This minestrone is much healthier due to inclusion of a lot of fiber, lot of vegetables, broccoli, carrots, lot of good fiber. And out of all the soups that I have shared today, minestrone is my favorite soup. It is just a one pot complete meal which my family enjoys on any dinner on any evening. We'll just stir in for 2 to 3 minutes till a point that the raw smell of the veggies disappears. Doesn't it look lovely and colorful and healthy? Add in a little bit of salt, and as with any vegetable, adding salt softens the vegetables. Now that I am in my hometown, vegetables are very fresh and cheap here in Odisha than compared to Hyderabad, and I just love the availability of vegetables here year around. Throw in some white pepper, and black pepper too, and this is some freshly crushed black pepper that I used, and keep stirring it. Maybe 1 more minute and we will be ready to go. Now add the puree which we had prepared earlier into this fried or stir-fried vegetables. Mix it well. Add some water. I have added around 2 glasses of water. It depends on the choice of consistency that you need, but 1.5 to 2 glasses is what you will need for the vegetables to cook. Now we'll let this cook and boil for around 10 to 15 minutes. Also add some spinach. Do not fry the spinach, especially when we are cooking with tomato. We should not fry it while frying the tomato. We can add it at a later point of time. Now we'll let the soup boil for around 10 minutes on low flame, and let the vegetables release its juices, and a nice vegetable stock or vegetable broth is ready. Now unlike other soups, this soup is a complete meal because we need not substitute with any other carb like bread or anything extra. I have boiled 1 cup of pasta, fusilli pasta. You can use any variant. You can also use spaghetti, and add it to the soup, which serves as one of the sources of carbohydrates. Mix it well. Let it boil for 5 to 6 more minutes. You can also add some pieces of boneless chicken to this soup, or you can serve it with some boiled eggs. I top it up with more pepper, and this is the consistency I prefer. I also added some oregano, something which I forgot to shoot. And our soup is ready. Top it up with some cheese, grate some cheese. Any form of cheese works good. Parmesan again works better. If you do not find anything, grate some cottage cheese or grate the regular Amul cheese, and serve it with love. A hearty bowl of soup, minestrone, healthy version is ready. It is also kids friendly and good for everyone, good for health, promotes weight loss due to a lot of vegetables. Enjoy and do let me know on Instagram. The third one today is tomato soup. This is not just any tomato soup recipe that you know. This is a tomato soup which is prepared without any corn flour, without any additives, and we are using 2 carrots and 2 tomatoes here, which means the equal amount of carrots and tomatoes. We are not using any oil or butter here. In just a pan we are dry roasting the garam masala, the cloves, cinnamon, cardamom and a bay leaf. We are using around 1 garlic, pods of 1 garlic. Let it fry. This soup is a little bit time taking than the other ones because we are not using any oil or butter here. This is my mom's recipe, and I asked my mom to come up with a healthier alternative than the buttery soup that we generally make. And add the ginger. It's around 1 inch of ginger. Mix it. Now in this soup, the vegetables or the spices are cooking in its own juices. We are not using any additives. And then we are adding 2 diced carrots. Now carrots are a great source of carotene and fiber. Apart from that, the presence in this soup makes it creamy and gives a wonderful consistency, which generally is achieved by adding corn flour to soups. Now add 2 tomatoes and mix it. It takes some time to cook, unlike how you see it here, because we are not using any medium to cook. Now it has released its juices. It's becoming slowly soft. So add around half a glass of water so that all the flavors are infused well and the carrots are cooked. Cover it and let it cook for around 7 to 8 minutes. This is how it looks after that. Now we'll let it cool for some time and then we will transfer it to the grinder and puree it completely. Yeah, remove the bay leaf so that the soup doesn't lose its texture. Now once the puree is ready, sieve it, and we are doing this so that if there is any skin of the carrot, any extra fiber or tomato seeds, they do not disturb the consistency of the soup and make it flowy. We are not letting go of any fiber. Even if any fiber is left, we can use it in other curries. See, there is very little fiber. We have just made a smooth texture, and we'll put it to boil for some more time. Most of the soup is cooked. The consistency of the soup appears to be thick here, so you can adjust any seasonings here. You can top it up with thyme, basil or any seasonings that you want at this point. You can adjust salt. Rich tomato soup is in the making. Keep stirring it for some time and add some more water. I have added around 1 glass of water here. So this is the consistency I want, and we will boil this soup for around 4 to 5 minutes now, so that the soup really becomes uniform and tastes good. Let the soup boil. Top it up with some salt, some pepper powder. If you want, you can also add some oregano here as well. Now the soup is almost ready. So much of black pepper, tomato. This is really good food, healthy food. As a kid, tomato soup was my favorite. My mom likes to add pudina or mint on top of it because she really likes how mint and tomato tastes. You got to try it, serve it with some grilled bread, and tomato soup is ready. I hope you liked today's video about 3 of my favorite healthy, fit soups. If you like more of such videos, please click on the subscribe button and do let me know in the comments box if you tried the recipes.